My name is Kelvin Chaffer. I am the CEO at Lifecycle Software. I've been at Lifecycle for the last 24 years and have worked my way up through the business to finally become CEO earlier in the year.
Hi, I'm Liz Parry, Chief Commercial Officer at Lifecycle Software. I look after the commercial strategy, business development, and our growth engine that we are driving forward quite rapidly at the moment.
MVNOs need to differentiate. I mean, let's make no bones about it. In the current market, it's very much a race to the bottom with more data for less, and MVNOs basically can't compete against that. They need to be able to choose a market segment to go after and a niche and use their expertise to build out propositions that best fit that customer. They need to be customer centric. They need to be innovative, and they need to sort of lean into their strengths. They're going to be smaller. They can create new propositions and new loyalty mechanics, and they can pivot or persevere based on what does and doesn't work. I mean, it's a really exciting time. With the right partner, literally anybody can become an MVNO. So if you're a brand or you've got a loyal following, you've got a footprint that you can sell mobile into and really add additional value to your existing offering. Data is pivotal in the customer journey, really sort of understanding your customer and being able to personalize the propositions and messaging to the customer can ensure that you're giving them the best experience possible. We've seen lots with AI and decision augmentation, where if you're collecting the right information about the customer, you can identify opportunities and gaps, which if you're able to fill and improve with that continual feedback loop, then you can again give that best experience possible. There's lots of events happening. The customers are doing lots of things. And if you're able to react to those events, then you can sell them something and upsell them something that they need to be able to do what they want to do when they want to do it. Unfortunately not. I mean, MNOs haven't necessarily rolled it out and made it as available as they should be. So it's not really a fault of the MVNO. I know a lot of them have been pushing hard to try and install it and become a fully digital MVNO, but it's not always possible. So the networks aren't necessarily pushing it, and the reason for that is because it's removing and reducing the barrier to switch, which could ultimately result in bigger churn for the bigger providers. I mean, eSIM is really exciting. The ability to install a service on your phone and not have to wait 3 or 4 days for the delivery of that service means that the way that propositions are going to be sold is going to change. We've seen lots with travel eSIMs when people are buying 7 days and 14 days plans when they're going abroad, and I expect that to happen in the normal MVNO market as well, where it will be more of a pick and mix. You'll buy a proposition that you need when you need it based on where you are.
We talk to businesses who want to enter the MVNO industry all the time, and as you can imagine, the biggest barrier is cost. They talk to MVNOs who can get you up and running really fast, but unfortunately it really affects margins in a negative way. If you go direct to an MNO, directly to the network, they have minimum commitments, and those are just too challenging usually for MVNOs wanting to start up. The benefit of coming to somebody like Lifecycle is you can utilize our existing relationships with the networks. We have pre-integrated platforms that are just ready to go, and a suite of systems that are entirely modular. So the MVNO is able to sort of fulfill the vision that they've got of how their business is going to run in the most flexible way possible. You also need, going into the MVNO industry, it's clearly very complex. Telecoms is a a horribly regulated industry, and you need to make sure that you're working with experts who know the industry inside out and can make sure that you're getting a compliant system, which is how Lifecycle operates. We are very experienced. We've worked through all of the new regulatory requirements which have come on board over the last few years around switching, GDPR, and the EECC requirements. So I don't think people coming to businesses that are going to come to work with us need to be scared about that. We can help you. We're extremely agile. Our processes and that expertise just allows you not to worry about that complexity and focus on the brand and the service that you want to give to your customers. Everybody is talking about AI. It's a huge talking point in the MVNO industry. Use cases for MVNOs typically point towards churn propensity or chatbots, and it's all about giving the customer a much better experience. The customer-centric approach is central for Lifecycle, and we do understand that that is critical to an MVNO's success in such a competitive market. Systems and the approach for MVNOs has to be agile. It's not just about agile methodologies and ways of working. It's also making sure that your product is agile. You need to be able to create and adapt propositions very quickly, react to threats in the market. Lifecycle have a very flexible convergent product catalogue. It's one of our new products that we launched earlier this year. It enables things like next best offer so that you can make sure that your customers are receiving the most competitive opportunities, I suppose, in the industry, and you can react really, really fast to anything that you need to change. We're finding that the industry is widening. Brands like fibre providers the altnets are looking to launch MVNOs. In order to do that, we're talking a lot about converged billing. Lifecycle have a converged charging system which enables converged billing very, very simply. It's standard for us, and it means that there are going to be a lot of new entrants in the telecoms market. But I think the biggest trend that is coming up, and everyone's talking about it, but the UK have not been fast off the mark on this, is eSIM. It's going to be a huge game changer. iPhone are going to be launching in the UK an eSIM compatible device over the coming weeks, and this allows instant activation. If you've travelled abroad and downloaded an eSIM, or if you haven't done that yet, you should the next time you travel. You'll find out that it's really, really easy, and as soon as customers realise how easy this is, it's going to open up so many possibilities for all those new entrants and also the existing MVNO brands that have avoided that or not seen it as an urgent change for them to make and move to. The logistical and environmental benefits of eSIM versus that traditional physical SIM are going to be worlds apart, and I think it'll over the next 6 to 9 months this is going to revolutionise the industry.